What about this one? What's inside Vietnam's war tunnels? Maybe.
Vietnam, January 1967.
Maybe this could be... Okay, it's 20 minutes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. Actually, on second thought... Okay, I might not be able to watch all of it, to be completely honest. Because I'm kind of on time pressure right now. But I can watch a little bit.
The US and its allies have dropped more bombs on this region than they did on Germany and Japan combined during World War II.
That is crazy, actually. No, that is crazy. Okay, now we're getting into something that I know a bit about. You see, like, biology and nature, I don't really know anything about that. But history, I know a little bit about history, especially modern history, bro. Bro, like, how can you drop more bombs on Vietnam than you did in all of Japan and Germany combined? I'm assuming that's combined territories, too. So, like, you know, Germany, it's not just Germany as a country, but, like, all the territories Germany controlled and all the territories that Japan controlled. Do you know how brutally Germany got bombed during World War II? And Japan, both of them got fucked up by America's bombings. Like it's, I don't think it's why they lost the war, but I mean, it was insane. They even firebombed Japan because Japan had so many wooden houses that the fire would just spread and burn down like whole villages.
But the Viet Cong are safe. Hidden beneath the ground is a tunnel network that spans over 100 kilometers.
The animation is so cool, by the way.
Rivera. His mission is to avoid the deadly traps and enemy soldiers, locate the control room, and gather intel to stop the Viet Cong's next major attack. If he fails, hundreds of American soldiers will die. Tommy climbs into the tunnel, covers the trapdoor with leaves, and closes himself inside. With a casualty rate of over 30%, most tunnel rats don't survive their second mission. Tommy is equipped with the standard issue M1911, but in these tunnels, it's more of a liability than a weapon. A single shot could alert the enemy. Instead, he trusts his father's old World War II knife. Quiet, reliable, and deadly in close combat.
His father's World War II knife, bro. Yo, like, America is crazy because, like, there are literal families, like, just generation after generation that has to go to war. Like, you had World War One. Okay, Americans weren't that involved in World War One. They kind of just joined in the end to, like, get some credit or something. I don't know. Because the thing is, like, yes, they did help on the front, but, like, low-key, Germany was losing at that point anyway. But anyways, so World War One, there's a couple of vets from World War One. Then there's World War Two. A lot of vets from World War Two, although I'm assuming most of them are dead now because they died of age. Then, I guess, yeah, you have the Vietnam War, the Korean War. Those are kind of like both Cold War. So that's like both of them are veterans, next generation. Then you have, you know, Iraq and Afghanistan. So, you know, like, what if there's just this family who has to, like, war vet after war vet after war vet, bro?
Tommy doesn't know it yet, although he is getting very close to the first chamber. Based on Tommy's previous missions, he is expecting a similar layout. Connecting to the entrance, there are 3 levels of tunnels.
This is crazy. How did the Vietnamese build this shit? They're like actual ants. Have you seen like ant homes? Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not even, yeah, no. Literally. Spot the difference. There is no difference. No, there is no difference.
Tommy is in the first level. The entrance is where the Viet Cong can quickly hide away in case they are being attacked. The deeper he goes, the closer he gets to the main living and operations hub. This includes hospitals, sleeping chambers, and his target.
They have... What? They have hospitals underground, bro. They cannot be good hospitals. They have to be terrible hospitals. Like, by hospital, it probably means, like, oh, yeah, maybe you got bit by, like, some venomous animal. Yeah, we'll just cut your hand off so that you don't die. Maybe that's what that room is for.
Command center. At the very bottom...
A command center? Underground?
...is the Viet Cong's safest area built for emergency situations. Bomb shelters, evacuation tunnels, interrogation rooms, and water wells.
Okay, I clearly don't know anything about the Vietnam War. They have interrogation rooms underground. That is sick. That is so cool, actually. No, like, I'm not even gonna lie. That is really cool.
Tommy creeps forward, taking short, shallow breaths to keep as silent as possible. His nose picks up a faint smell of rusty metal. The first room is near. Suddenly, he spots something ahead, a thin bamboo trigger. Above in the ceiling is a small camouflaged panel. Something's moving behind it. His heart races. Vietnam pit vipers. Each tunnel system can hold more than 50 unique traps. Some explode, some impale, some release toxic gas.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Vietnam War that's really cool. Is that there's just traps everywhere, bro. Like, the Vietnamese are low-key goated as fuck for doing this shit. Like, they were like, okay, you know, America is a huge fucking powerhouse, huge power nation. Their economy is much better than ours. Their population completely surpasses ours. Their military is so much more advanced. But we are gonna trap the fuck out of them. We are gonna, because we know this area. We're gonna build tunnels. We're gonna make sure that this is all strategically planned. Hospitals, interrogation rooms, bomb shelters, water wells, traps at every direction. We're gonna use the trees and the climate against them. So fucking smart. So fucking smart, bro.
This one is designed to cause organ failure and internal bleeding from the...
That is... Because it's smart. Like, I would low-key do the same. If I was, like, Vietnam or just some kind of, like, poor country who couldn't defend themselves against a country like America, I'm gonna... Like, that's... Like, for example, Australia, bro. Like, they can probably do... Australia, if they got invaded, they could probably do similar shit. First of all, do you know how hard it is for Americans to, like, get to Australia? The distance is insane. Once you get there, alright, the Australians can send every single... You're gonna have to literally be in waters where there's box jellyfish, there's, like, a bunch of other, like, great whites, and, like, everything else ridiculous. And then on land, there's gonna be, like, these tarantulas, there's gonna be so many fucking things. And they're most definitely gonna have snakes. And it's gonna be really dangerous, bro. I don't think America could invade Australia, actually. I think they would. It would be similar to Vietnam.
Venom. If Tommy touches the bamboo, it will send a signal by pulling out the toggle, causing the wooden panel above his head to swing open and the snakes will be released.
That is
Most
so
soldiers
crazy.
turn back when they see what lies ahead, but Tommy can't. Thousands of lives depend on him finding the Viet Cong attack plans. He grips the dirt and starts to move. One elbow forward, then the next. He slides above the trigger. 3, 2, 1. And he's clear. But these traps only get more deadly the deeper he goes. This is just the
Why didn't they just set the wire, like, higher up? Because then he wouldn't be able to, like, climb over it.
beginning. The more Tommy crawls, the stronger the smell becomes. The narrow dirt tunnel curves slightly to the left, then opens. He's reached the first chamber, just 4 feet wide and 5 feet tall. This cramped design is not by accident. Viet Cong soldiers averaged just 5 feet 3 inches tall, while American soldiers stood around 5'9". That height difference made it nearly impossible for most Americans to fit inside. But standing at 5'1", Tommy is perfect. Low wooden crates stacked against the wall holding ammunition, medical gear, and rice. Storage was frequently placed near the entrances, allowing the Viet Cong to restock or retreat faster during battle. He listens for a moment to hear if anyone might be nearby. Silence. Tommy pushes forward. The soil down here contains high levels of clay and iron. When it dries, it develops concrete-like properties, stopping the tunnel from collapsing. However, while it's raining, there's still a risk. After several more minutes of crawling, he reaches the entrance. This chamber is larger. At the far end is a shallow pit. It's a Huang Com stove. This is where they cook. Unlike the Americans who had supply chains stretching from aircraft carriers to jungle outposts, the Viet Cong had to scavenge, barter, or steal their food. To cook and breathe, they built ventilation shafts from the tunnel ceilings to the jungle floor, disguising them as termite mounds. The cooking releases smoke. If the Americans saw it rising from the ground, their location would be compromised. To stay hidden, they only cooked meals during the morning or when it's raining, so the natural fog would hide it. Tommy squats down. A few pieces of rice still cling to a crusted pot. The embers are still warm. Someone was just here.
See, and that's what's so scary too, is like, couldn't a Vietnamese soldier come around at any second? And like, it seems like this guy's like the only American in the tunnels. So he's completely alone. He could get jumped. Like, he could get jumped and be brought to the interrogation room that they apparently have. I still cannot wrap my head around that. They actually have interrogation rooms underground in the tunnels. That is so genius. That is so genius. So that they can just capture American soldiers and then just keep them there. That's so genius, bro.
His pulse quickens. Back home, on the news, Tommy constantly heard about America's success, high body counts, and tactical victories.
That's
When
cap.
he arrived in Vietnam, the reality felt completely different. Everything seemed stuck with no real progress. That's because he had only been told one side of the story. The kind of bias you won't fall for if you read ground news.
Oh my goodness, bro. YouTubers are so sneaky with ads. It's insane.
The command center, so he can get back to base and sit by the warm fire. He keeps crawling. Then, the ground begins to slope downward. He pauses. He knows exactly what that means. He's entering level 2. The deepest levels are where the real secrets are hidden. Surgery bays, weapons workshop.
What are we watching? It's like a Vietnam War thing. Like what's inside Vietnam War's tunnels. It's actually, this shit is crazy. Did you know that they have interrogation room? Like they have interrogation rooms underground. So let me show you. Just let me show you real quick. I already did this on stream before when you were gone, but let me just show you. So this is an ant home, right? They look like this. Ant homes look like this. They're like underground and they have like a bunch of like rooms and everything. So imagine this, but it's the human version, right? Because the Vietnamese did this, and they have hospitals, water wells, interrogation rooms, bomb shelters, and like a bunch of rooms for like restocking, food, storage, weapons, everything. And it's about the POV of like an American who's like short, so he can go into tunnels, like just exploring basically. And the animation is so gas. The animation is so good.
Shops, supply caches, and his target, the command center. The air becomes thicker but sterile, in a way that's unnatural for a tunnel. Then he hears it. Movement soft and muffled. Tommy freezes. The sound echoes faintly down a tunnel to his right, shuffling. A whisper of voices too quiet to make out. They don't know he's here. Tommy clutches his knife. He waits and listens intensely, but the sound starts to fade. False alarm. As he approaches the next room, he sees a glow of light. A bed is pressed against the wall. Next to it, a stack of blood-stained bandages and scissors. Glass jars lined along a dugout shelf. In the corner is a bicycle-powered generator. This is a quiet way to generate electricity to light this hospital room during surgery and charge.
That is absolutely genius. Oh my god. No, like the Vietnamese locked the fuck in. No, because the thing about the Vietnam War that's so fascinating is that like Vietnam, because Vietnam used to belong to like a French colony called French Indochina, and it was Vietnam, Cambodia, and Laos all in one colony, one big colony kind of. And there were already there was already a lot of war in Vietnam from the French trying to take Vietnam back, and communists fighting against non-communist capitalist groups like North and South, kind of like North and South Korea a little bit, that were funded by both sides. And there was a lot of war during that, for years during that period. And it was only until later that the actual Americans got deployed into the war. So that's when, because like yeah, like most like I'd say Americans, but also like most people in general, I think, remember the Vietnam War as, you know, America losing, America taking an L, and it's because yeah, like this is absolutely genius, bro. And like yeah, the Vietnamese have been like they've been fighting for like years straight, and I think they just want to deal with these Americans now.
their radio equipment.
But can you imagine that like they're using a bike to generate electricity for light so that the people performing surgery on soldiers can see anything. And it's underground. Like this is actually insane.
Only found in the more developed systems. A faint tapping sound echoes through the chamber. Tommy goes still. He knows that sound. They're digging. At the start of the
That's so scary, bro. You're surrounded by enemies.
war, the Viet Cong would dig during the day, making it easier for Americans to locate them.
Big SMP underground base. Yeah, like Sneaky, this is... Sneaky, you see how these people are digging? That's how we were digging on the big SMP, bro. But the difference is, instead of having like a whole team that actually works, it was just you and us. You and me, bro. You and I were the only ones doing it. Everybody else from Northside abandoned us. I mean, you were the one doing most of the digging, though. But yeah, maybe we should build, like, when Season 2 rolls around, should we build, like, an underground base with, like, a hospital room or something? And some kind of, like a lantern in... Yo! Nah! Let's actually, like, recreate Vietnam War tunnels as our base. Let's take inspiration from them, bro. But then again, like... I don't really know what big SMP Season 2 is going to look like. It's going to happen after the summer, but I don't really know, like, you know, because it's going to be more of a... I mean, it could work, though. Because it's going to be more of, like, a community server thingy, but, like, nothing's stopping us from building, like, a Vietnam War base thingy. Because imagine, and, like, those tunnels could connect our two houses as well. That shit would be so tough.
However, now they only do it while raining, or at night when the jungle sounds overpower their own. Others will be nearby, hauling dirt in baskets up to the surface. Every handful is carried far from the tunnels, scattered across fields, buried in bomb craters, or dumped into rivers. The surface will be crawling with Viet Cong. Tommy hopes the rain stops soon, otherwise his escape just got a lot harder. Still, not all news is bad. Medical rooms like this one are almost always
The animation is so fire. The animation... Who made this? Atrium? Go subscribe to Atrium. Alright, everybody who sees the stream, go subscribe to Atrium, because this animation is so juicy. It is so fucking juicy. You see these helicopters just, like, roaming the skies?
Still, not all news is bad. Medical rooms like this one are almost always placed on the second level.
And it's super, like,
level
it's super informative and educational as well.
As the command center. He's close. Very close. The tunnel tightens again. Tommy claws forward, the walls pressing in, his nails scratching in the dirt, until the path opens. He stops. This isn't a storage room. It's something else. He tries to see what's inside, but it's too dark. He knows using his flashlight could
The
expose
interrogation
him,
room, maybe?
but staying blind could kill him. He has no choice. He flicks it on. What he sees makes his blood run cold. It's the trap room.
The trap room?
Most designs weren't meant to kill. They were made for one purpose only. To make soldiers like Tommy hesitate. To make them afraid of the floor, the walls.
But how do they enter and exit? Like, do they have to dig up every hole? Well, I mean, it's kind of like an ant home. So they have, like, I think, yeah, they said it in the beginning. It's like, they have these, like, imagine like a lid almost. Like a lid to, like, a box that's, like, disguised as, like, ground in a jungle. You have to find it, pick it up, and then go inside. And that's how you enter. And I think that's how you exit as well. So they use literal, like, lids that looked like a piece of the ground in the Vietnam jungles. Can you imagine how hard that was for the enemy to find? Like, you could not find, like, a disguised lid thingy, bro.
Everything. 11% of combat deaths are caused by the 10.
This is real pictures, bro. This is real Vietnamese traps that Americans probably fell into. We tried that on the big S&P and it didn't work. What do you... Well, I mean, it did work, but, I mean, we got caught. But, bro, let's face it, bro, like... Bro, like, Miami, I don't know, bro. I feel like Miami was cheating or something. It's very suspicious, bro. I don't understand. Like, I get that they could find... Maybe find our portal if they were lucky, but, like, how could they find our actual base? It makes no sense. Like, we should have done like these guys. We should have set up traps. Cause Loki, that's what a lot of like Minecraft SMP YouTubers do. They set up like traps for each other. When someone is too powerful in PvP for them to be able to kill, they will just try to trap them. But with like void traps and like a bunch of other crazy stuff.
Thousands of booby traps deployed by the Viet Cong soldiers. In the corner, a pile of bamboo, each stake sharpened to a deadly point. Tommy remembers the last time he saw one above ground. A fellow soldier stepped on a false floor. The scream was brief. The pit was full of spikes. Sometimes the tips are even smeared with feces. Not to kill instantly, but to infect, to rot.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so... Oh my goodness. That is so crazy, dude. So not only do you get your foot fucking completely fucked, but they smear the spikes in with poop so that you get sick. Alright, so that you get a fucking disease, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, these soldiers are already in war. They're already expected to get shot. Like, they really don't need this extra shit.
But from within, he turns. In another area, a stack of tin cans. But it's not harmless junk. Inside are grenades rigged with tripwires. Pull the wire, the pin yanks free. Boom. Through decades of fighting off foreign powers.
And look at like the like Vietnam as a country, look at the build. It's just like this like stretched out ass country. And apparently, so like the north, like the communists, they were up here, and the south were down here. But the south was very unstable and corrupt, and the north used like passages through Laos and Cambodia to like get to the south.
The Vietnamese have learned to use the land to kill any invader. With the
Yeah, no, bro, no shit. Holy fuck, yeah, no, they have absolutely used their like the environment in Vietnam to their advantage. Absolutely.
Under of death, Tommy cuts his light and presses forward into the dark. He hears a faint sound and freezes.
Yo, imagine when he gets to the interrogation room.
It's coming from ahead where the tunnel forks. On his left is a
Liking this
subtle
video.
echo of voices.
This video's amazing.
Viet Cong, at least two, maybe more. To his right, silence. But Tommy knows what silence can mean down here. A dead end. Or worse, a trap. His heart.
Like, what? Like, bro.
A dead end. Or worse, a trap.
What is this? A tin can with grenades? What are we doing?
His heart thuds. The left tunnel could put him face to face with the enemy. The right could be a trap, ending his life and the mission.
Okay, so then it's a lose-lose. What?
He waits, motionless, counting his breaths.
Yo, Sneaky, if you're still watching, like, imagine if this was Miami's base and you and I, we tried to enter and we don't know, like, there's tunnels everywhere and we have to choose, like, where to go. And, like, oh, this path could be a trap and this path could be, you know, a ticket to, like, some of the stronger PvPers on their team. And we have to tread lightly and make the right decisions.
The voices grow clearer. Calm, casual, too calm. That's what scares him. He shifts his body toward the right tunnel, elbows dragging through the dirt, hips twisting. Each breath he takes could be his...
This is so scary because, like, you are alone in enemy territory.
last. No wire, no pressure plate. Not yet. 5 feet in, still nothing. Then the tunnel opens slightly, just enough for him to kneel. He is safe. For now. It's the second time luck is on Tommy's side. Deep down, he knows it won't last forever. And that's when he sees it. Ahead, lit by only the faintest glow from a lantern, is a large room. Reinforced with timber, large maps pinned to the wall, chalk markings, folded documents. This isn't another survival chamber. This is his target, the command center. Tommy scans the area. There's no one inside. He moves in silent and low. A crude table at the center holds an unfolded map. A red line stretches west towards Saigon. Circles, notes, arrows, targets, highly classified materials. Somehow, the Viet Cong have secured info about an upcoming offensive. This was more than just the attack plans he came for. When Tommy left the camp, they were preparing for this very operation, including some of his closest friends. They spoke with quiet hope, final push that could end the war in weeks. But now he realizes none of them knew the truth. It wasn't a breakthrough at all. It was an ambush. If Command sees this, they can call off the advance and change course. This isn't just another mission. It's personal. Failing to get back to the base doesn't just mean helping to defend their base. It means saving his entire platoon from certain death. Tommy hears noises again. Closer now. The longer he spends in here, the more likely he is to be caught. He needs to find the military base attack document. He looks over to see some rolled up papers. Without enough time to look inside, he straps them under his belt. Now, he has another problem to worry about. How does he get out of here? As Tommy turns to crawl back the way he came, he hears shuffling. Close. Tommy grabs his knife, back pressed against the wall. He won't use the gun, as it will alert the entire tunnel system, making his escape so much harder. The shuffling grows louder.
But I feel like if you stab someone, they're gonna scream, and that's also gonna alert them. Like, okay, so how do you stab this guy without making noise?
As the Viet Cong soldier's head enters the room, Tommy strikes. The man collapses. Tommy...
What? He just insta-died? Wouldn't you make like a ah and then die? Like, you would be able to scream and alert, I feel.
Doesn't move. He listens in case anyone has been alerted. It's a young Viet Cong soldier. He flips the body over, quickly patting down his vest. A knife, loose ammo, some rice wrapped in a banana leaf. A picture of the soldier and his family. He can't be much older than 16, although that was a couple of years ago now. So much has changed since then. Many of the Viet Cong soldiers started young, raised in the dark, trained underground, hardened by a war that offers no childhood. At this point, nearly 400,000 dead. Many of them are civilians. Nobody down here really wants to fight. They just don't have a choice. Tommy finds something else. A folded piece of paper, wrapped in plastic to keep it dry. A hand-drawn map showing a rough outline of the tunnel system. He identifies his location. Then, another symbol near the way out, closer to the surface. With limited Vietnamese, he makes out the word prisoner. If someone's still alive down here, he can't leave them to die. Out here...
Wait, nah, what? He's gonna go to the interrogation room to free someone?
The Americans have a code. No man gets left behind. Still, it could easily be a trap. The Viet Cong often turn this against them, turning prisoners into bait. Tommy tucks the map into his chest pocket, grabs the Viet Cong's body, and hides it in the corner of the room. The mission just got much more complicated. In less than 10 minutes, someone will find the body, and when they do, Tommy will still be in the tunnels. If he's going to free this prisoner, Tommy's going to need to fight. Guided by the map, he takes a hard turn down the new passage. The air grows colder, the floor angles sharply downward, his knees scrape and boots slip. The tunnel continues to twist deeper into the earth than
This is so crazy, bro.
anything he's ever encountered. Whoever this prisoner
It
is,
is like you're like a kid's playground the way it's twisting.
he
You're just
must be
crawling on the
important.
walls and like
No
trying
one
to.
gets buried this deep without a reason. As Tommy rounds the last bend, he hears something. Not voices, not footsteps, but breathing. That's when he feels his elbow hit a string. This pulls a cord directly attached to a pin. He closes his eyes. This could be the end. A piece of string with metal scraps is attached, which is propelled toward a metal bell, making a loud clang. It's a noise trap. His heart pounds. They know. Tommy exits the...
Hold on, guys. Just wait a second. Wait a second. I might have to... Oh, I'm so close to finishing the video, though. Come on.
tunnel into the room. A figure hangs from a bamboo pole.
God damn it. Alright, this is a W video. You should subscribe to... Wait, let me just... you should totally subscribe to Atrium and like the video, because this video is so good. And like, it really had me silent there for like minutes on end, just because like of how like... I just wanted to see like what happened next and shit. But this is crazy, bro. Like, Tunnel Life is actually insane. Like, it's like I'm watching a movie. But unfortunately, I am out of time because I'm having like a friend meetup at my place, at this house. So, and they're like outside basically. So I have to end stream for now. But I'm probably gonna turn this into a YouTube video, even though I didn't finish it. Maybe, I don't really know. But anyways, I'll see ya tomorrow.